Hi, I've been asked to do a little video on how I did those flowers. I'll post a picture alongside of this little helpful video. I hope it's helpful. This is what I use. I have an old fountain pen that was brought many years ago. I think it's actually a calligraphy pen. Don't get too hung up on what ones to use, just use something that's nice and thin. I use that with the Winsor & Newton ink, the black ink. Black Indian ink it's called, it's waterproof and absolutely lovely to work with. I then use masking fluid. Again, just use what you've got. Make sure it hasn't gone off though, because it'll never peel off after you've had it a while. I sometimes use the micron pens as well afterwards. That's 01 and 005. They are minuscule, but I do find that a lot of the times the ink's just enough. Pencil for drawing the outlines, various paint brushes just to do what I need, and a rubber to rub out all the pencil bits afterwards. So, oh yeah, this is the paper I use. I quite like this. It's medium priced and it's just really, really nice paper. I use the textured one. Oh, sorry. I use the textured paper. That's just my liking. I like the finish it has. It gives a nice loose finish, a nice textured finish. Sorry. Right. So, on the much larger picture that I did, the 50 by 50, I stretched the paper. I wet it. I used tape. Taped it all down just to help it not buckle. But I think for this size, I'll be okay. So I'll be okay without stretching. This is just normal masking tape. If you use it, make sure you don't end up with a white edge that you don't want. I quite like the white edge, but I know some people don't. So, nearly done. Oopsie. I'll try and do this as quickly as possible, so you're not all having to look through a really long video. Oopsie. Right, so that's got my paper stuck down. All I do now is, let me just check my picture. That's right. Done-ish. I go in with a soft pencil, and basically I do a dip. That's generally what happens. And then a large flower, small flower, smaller. I like to balance them, but then that's just me. You might do yours differently. This is just where all of those very big flowers are going to go. And it's just so I can get it, like I say, just get the balance. These are just a different style of flower. You might want some at the front, and obviously these will be smaller again, just to balance the foreground and the distance. And that is basically what happens there. And then I use the ink. Then this is the fun bit. Like I say, just any old nib, as long as it's fine. And that's good. Right, so is the ink in there? Sorry, the ink's in there. Then all I do is I just draw a flower that I like, as roughly as that. And then you get another one here. You might have some of the middle bit coming out. And this, for now, is as easy as it gets. Oops. Excuse my hands shaking. I do struggle. I struggle with my hands a lot. So it just looks like I've had a really good night out last night, but it's not. And then I don't do the stems down yet because I don't know if I want it in front of this flower, behind the flower, and that kind of thing. You can do whatever style flowers you like, actually. These are, as long as you do lots of the same. So I picked, I think it's 4 different kinds, and I did these little fluffy ones. Again, it's nothing. Ignore the blots of ink, it just adds to it. Normally I'd be very vigilant of that if I'm doing a piece that's not got flowers on, not that I don't want it to splodge on, but yeah. So we're just going with more and more. It doesn't have to be exactly, this is the joy of these pictures, you're not drawing a flower that exists, you're just drawing a flower in your head, so there's actually no right or wrong in it. We've got those. I do like putting little dots on things for some stupid reason. Let's have another one of these here. It's as simple as doing this, it really is. You can just do whatever you feel like. I think what I'll do is I'll just do this small section here, rather than you having to wait for me to do the whole piece of paper, and then I'll be able to show you what to do next easier. I like these things as well. These are just, I don't know really. I think that they always remind me of the little brown grass things. And again, I like just doing these nice and loose. And these dots are normally on little strands that come off them. So now I'm doing some more, I can see that this one will probably disappear behind here. And it needs to be just a little bit thicker to hold the weight. And then this one. This one. So I like to leave a good distance between where it's going in front and behind. It just makes it, it just helps it look a little bit better. Again, do one of these. You might want some grass. You don't have to. You could just have some, I don't know, you could have a pile of stones from a brick wall. If you would rather have that, maybe have some grass around it, possibly. If I'm putting stones there, I'm going to have to put a couple there. I haven't actually got stones on the other pictures. This is just what's happened now. So it's all about balancing it, making sure it's balanced out. And if you're not sure, then if you're not sure if your picture will balance, draw your pencil ones in just a little bit clearer, such as instead of it being a circle, you could actually do the base and where the petals are going to go and where that stem is going to go, and that way then it just helps you see where it goes. As I've done quite a few of these, so I get a good feeling of where it's all going to go to, where it all needs to be. And then that just gives you it just gives you a better idea of where you want it to go to. But like I say, because these are in our imagination, there really isn't any right or wrong, which is why I think I like doing them. I'd love to be able to paint sort of the perfect rose and the perfect, I just can't do that. That doesn't happen with me, I'm afraid. This kind of thing happens, more of an illustration, which is exactly what I do. I illustrate. So I might just call that side done. And I'm going to stop the video here while it dries, and I'll draw in the other side as well. Okay, thank you, bye bye.